I've known Kim for probably 2 decades, since I started working at the hospital, and I have to say she hasn't aged a day. She is still as energetic and youthful and caring and upbeat as she was the first day I met her.
Hard to believe that she's been here for 35 years and I've been here for about 3. And she has more energy and enthusiasm for the job than anyone on our floor.
She's charismatic, like she's loving, she's funny, she's kind. Even with all the masks, like you can tell she has a big smile on her face because like all of her smile lines come through and everything just brightens up through her mask.
Kim is very high energy and focused and driven. And I'd love to help make her life easier any way I can.
I remember a time where Kim was kneeling down next to somebody in a recliner chair in the hallway, and Kim was just, kind of got down with them, like touched their arm, was just kind of making them feel comfortable to be here. Kim's that person that can, kind of get on that level and make them feel comfortable.
Our sons went to high school together. They played baseball together. So we were at the games a lot. She's super supporter of her kids, and the teams and baseball. She loves baseball.
Kim, she moves fast. She is so detail oriented. She picks up things that many nurses miss, doctors miss. And when her gut is telling her something that's there and we have not figured it out, she will push and push and push until we get to the bottom of it. And it always amazes me if I have somebody that's like not doing well and like, Kim, just come take a peek.
I've heard it said many times that if we as nurses were admitted to the hospital, we would want Kim as our nurse.
She just has an energy that speaks for itself, I think is like one of the best ways to put it. Like you can describe Kim in so many words, but until you meet the woman, you have not really met her.
Kim is very bubbly, very positive energy.
She wants to fix everything. She wants to take care of everybody. And she's so personable and polite. Her dedication is just evident.
She does not leave one stone unturned, and Kim knows this, and sometimes that makes her stay after hours until she completes every little last task that she had on her plate for the day.
On one of my first days here, I actually went to Kim, and she was one of the only connections I had to the hospital because my aunt was her kid's teacher, I think 2nd or 3rd grade, something like that. And my aunt described Kim to me and she's like, you'll know her when you see her. And I saw Kim on the floor and I went up to her and I introduced myself. And every day since, she's asked me how my aunt is doing. I mean, this is the sort of like caring nature that Kim has for everybody, and she just welcomes you into her world, no questions asked.
Kim is a multifaceted individual. Not only is she a very wonderful nurse with an eye for detail like no other, but she's also a poetress.
She does a lot in her own work at home that she'll share on her Facebook profile, but she also has been known to write poetry for our patients and hang them in their room, especially some of our long-term patients. I've often gone in maybe days after she's had the patient and I was like, oh, Kim must have been the nurse because there's a nice, written poem hanging at the foot of the bed or on their nightstand. So again, it's just super special.
Her animals are everything to her. They are like kids to her, even though she has 2 kids that mean the world to her.
She's honest and authentic, which is really a valuable trait. I would trust her with, my closest family member to take care of.
Kim, Jackie ate your pie, and I'm really sorry. She did it. She came and she told me about it. I knew about it, and I didn't tell you.
Kim, I'm sorry for eating your fruit of the forest pie that was in the break room fridge about a year ago. I had a moment of weakness, and I love that fruit of the forest pie, and I'm sorry. You're still one of my favorite people, and I'm sorry. It was delicious, and I'll buy you another one.
I mean, don't go anywhere, Kim. We love you.
I have loved working with you, getting to know you both here and outside of here, and I appreciate all the compassion that you have given our patients, our staff. You have the biggest heart, and I hope you never lose that, and I hope we get many more years with you here, caring for our patients and being part of our team. We love you.
Kim, it's been a pleasure working with you. You've been here 35 years. You know a lot, and yeah, you're awesome. Thanks, Kim.
Kim, if I was ever in the hospital, you would be the one that I would want taking care of me, always.
I remember specifically you writing a patient a poem. You knew they were having particular challenges and were really struggling, and you just felt moved to do something for them, and you wrote them a poem and you moved them to tears that someone would do that for them. So I think that's just like one small example of what you bring. I want you to know that the work you do on 2 South and 2 North does not go unnoticed. 35 years, that's amazing.